I tried lip threads for lip definition. You may have heard of PDO threads, but have you heard of PCL threads? In today's video, I'm going to be placing PCL threads along my vermilion border and around my mouth, with the purpose of enhancing lip definition. This treatment will help give my lips more structure, making it easier to apply lip liner and have a better lip line for lipstick. PCL threads for lips, what to expect. Using PCL threads in your lips is less common than using PDO threads. However, I like PCL threads because one, they don't burn like PLLA threads because there's no polylactic acid in them. And furthermore, they last longer. They last up to 36 months, giving definition and growing collagen much longer. So for 2 to 3 years, I can expect to have a nice shape around my vermilion border and a nice tight lip line. Here are the benefits to using PCL lip threads. Gives you a stronger, longer lasting support for lip contouring, gradual collagen stimulation for enhanced natural definition, more durable results compared to PDO threads, which dissolve in less than 6 months, and subtle improvement over time rather than an instant effect. Some things to consider. There can be initial swelling and stiffness due to the thicker thread material. There could be slightly more discomfort compared to PDO threads. And the results develop gradually but last significantly longer. For me, I think that PCL threads are the easiest threads to use, and I don't notice any abnormal stiffness or swelling with them, and I prefer them to the PLLA threads. I also prefer them because the filament is clear versus being blue like PDO. Because PCL threads are firmer in structure, they're great for improving something like the vermilion border where you want it nice and tight and crisp versus giving you volume. These are not for volume, these are for giving you structure to the face. Here's how PCL threads compare to PDO and PLLA threads. PDO threads last less than 6 months and have a mild collagen stimulation. They're great for skin tightening and a subtle lift, and the longevity is 12 to 18 months. PLLA or poly-L-lactic acid threads can last 12 to 24 months. They're stronger. They can help with volume restoration and long-term skin rejuvenation. Their immediate lift is minimal, and again, they can be 18 to 24 months in longevity. And then the PCL threads, polycaprolactin, last 24 to 36 months, are very strong. They can be used in deep tissue lifting and have long-lasting collagen production. Their immediate lift is minimal and they'll last up to 36 months. One thing to consider and take note of. So PCL threads last so long that when I go to the dentist for x-rays, we can actually see them in the x-rays and they look like little worms scrolling through my dental x-rays. At first, my doctor thought his x-ray machine was broken and I was like, actually, I think those are my threads still dissolving in my face. So don't be worried if you see this too. Who should consider PCL threads? People with moderate to severe skin laxity looking for a long-term lifting effect, those wanting maximum collagen stimulation for anti-aging benefits, patients who have tried PDO or PLLA threads and want a more durable solution. Things to keep in mind. PCL threads are thicker and stronger, which can mean more downtime and swelling compared to PDO or PLLA threads. Again, I've never noticed this. And they do not provide an instant lift like PDO, but gradually improve firmness and elasticity over time. So think of PCL as another biostimulator like Sculptra. With Sculptra, you might see an immediate lift just from the swelling and the solution being put into your face. But then after that, once that's diminished, a lot of people are like sad because they feel like they didn't get the volume. But remember, Sculptra is for biostimulating, meaning that it's going to improve your skin over time as those mechanisms go to work building collagen. So don't be disappointed if you feel like, oh, my lips look immediately great. That's just from swelling. That's not from the biostimulation yet. That's going to take time. Which one should you choose? For a quick lift definition, PDO threads. For collagen stimulation and gradual volume, PLLA threads. And for deep, long-lasting anti-aging effects, PCL threads. And that is why we are doing PCL threads today. If you need help choosing which thread and for where to use it, I created a little guide and I posted it on the blog, so you can go check that out. And of course, the blog to this video is linked below. I create these every time I do something in the app, and so here is my plan for today. I will be using 20 PCL threads. They're 30 gauge in thickness and 25 millimeters in length. They are mono threads, meaning they are a single filament. And if you're confused on the packages that look like this, I created a little guide to help explain what this means. Again, found in the app. So the first block, M3025, denotes mono, meaning a single filament. The second block is 30G 25mm. That means that the needle is 30 gauge, and a 30 gauge needle is very fine. And it also means that it is 25 millimeter in length. And the last block is PCL, and this denotes the material that's being used. And in this case, it's PCL. So an M3025 means a mono thread, 30 gauge in thickness, and 25 millimeters in length. And then on this package, it's a PCL material. And in case you're confused about mono, just understand that threads can come in different formats, meaning coiled or cogged. This means that it's just a single line. This is the anatomy of a thread. You uncap it and it has this little sponge at the end that keeps the thread on it. So really the thread is a V, and one piece of it is going inside the needle and the other side, the thread is hanging outside. So this little stopper keeps that outside thread attached. When you go to insert it, you push it all the way in so that this sponge part comes to the edge, and then you twist and you pull out. In one of these packages, you get 2 of these. Each one contains 10. Once you violate a package, you need to use all of them or discard. And in today's demonstration, I will be using all 20. So before I start shoving these threads all around my mouth, because the mouth is super sensitive, I will numb up with some numbing cream. This is 10.5% numbing cream, and I get this from Korea. I'll also start by taking some arnica sublingually. This helps with bruising. I prep by first cleaning my lips, then derma rolling the area I plan on sticking, coating it with a thick layer of numbing cream, and covering it with plastic wrap. And I do this about 30 minutes before I go live using the threads. You guys, because of online censorship, unfortunately, I cannot demonstrate showing you how to use the threads here. Instead, I share very candidly and openly inside my Skin and Wellness app, which is linked down in the description and also here in the video. Please consider joining if you're interested in these types of procedures and wanting to learn how to do it for yourself at home. Thank you for your understanding, and I will be back in a minute. Welcome, you guys. Okay, it's 10 o'clock. Let's go live. So before getting on here, about 30 minutes ago, I did cleanse my lips and this whole area that I'm going to be placing the threads in. And then I removed that, and then I derma rolled around this whole area just to help the numbing cream get in a little bit better, just because we want to be as comfortable as possible. I also took about 5 of the arnica tablets sublingually just to help with bruising. I also pulled out my Natural Chaos binder to see when the last time was I did lip threads. And if you guys don't know, this is how I keep track of everything I do. It's just the easiest way. And if you're new here, all of these maps for the face are found on the Natural Chaos website, and they're free to you to download. I just re-download them and I print like 10 at a time so that they're always in my binder ready for me to mark up. The last time I did this, I did it on 12/18/23. So it's been over a year. I actually used gold threads when I did this last time. So today we're using PCL, and PCL will last up to 3 years, and it will encourage that collagen and that structure. PCL threads are great for deeper applications, but you can also use them around your lips because that skin just starts to drop on us, and get very wrinkly. So one of the ways that I kind of try to help structure around my mouth is by using threads. And today we're going to use 20 PCL threads. There was a post done right before this where I explained how to read on a package. And so this is the package I'm using. These are mono threads. They are 30 gauge, which means that they're a really fine needle, and they're 25 millimeters in length. So not 38s, but 25s. 25s are like my favorite for placing, to be quite honest. I like the length of it. I feel like it's the easiest for me to make sure the tail gets in, all of that kind of stuff. Okay, so we're going to just be going towards our mark, and I'm just going to be fanning them like this, okay? All right, I just finished inside my app, and this is what my lips look like right after placing those 20 PCL threads. So no real bruising, just a little bit of prick marks from where I inserted, and my lips are now coming down from being numbed up. This is what my lips look like 24 hours after placement. Remember, the threads that I'm using biostimulate over time. This means they will build collagen structure over the next 36 months, helping to support my aging skin. You can see I bruised a little bit, but that'll be gone in a day or 2. Okay, this is 1 week after I did the lip threads. So the bruises have all healed up. Again, the point of this was to grow collagen over the next 3 years to keep this whole area nice and tight. So that's what we should be anticipating and looking for. Okay, and this is what it looks like with makeup on. Hopefully you can see that the vermilion border is nice and tight. It allows me to line my lips and keep on gloss and just keep it nice and tight and exactly where I want it. I'll see you guys on the next video.